Okay, you guys asked. Somebody asked me to finish the Robotron on, make a video of me finishing the Robotron. So, got my buddy Alan over here, and I'm gonna have him hold the thing while I peel it off. Now, the first stencil had this piece of tape right here, and I got to line that up, top and bottom. And Alan's gonna hold this right here, just both hands right there, and gonna peel it and stick it. Okay, I'm just gonna make a little rip here. Sure we get that lined up. Make sure the bottom one's lined up. Got it? All right. We got it. See, the first stencil had that tape, and if we don't line that up, everything will be a little off. Okay, let me pick this up. What's up with me? Quick. And I'm pretty much just going to unpeel it and bring it down with. Go ahead and put on all this. Yep. Trying to get all one piece if it'll let me. There we go. Slow down. Well, let me check the camera real quick. Back it up a little bit. There we go. And as me and Alan pull it down, we're just going to move it out. I always like to have a buddy with me, because I don't only have two arms, you know. And this is your first stencil, right, Alan?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Nothing. This color is, oops, I messed up the spot. Okay, so now what I'm gonna cover up the edges a little bit and the bottom down here, and we'll be ready for our coat of red. I got both sides on, and my buddy Alan just asked me, when will I be able to see myself on YouTube? There he is. Okay, so I'm getting ready to put this coat here. It's kind of cold out here, and I'm a little weary about spraying in the cold, because when it's cold out, you're gonna get orange peel if you're not careful. And once again, I said in the last video, I do have a paint booth, but it's in an area that's not heated, and I'm also in another area that's not heated. So we're gonna do the best we can, and I'm just gonna do a really thin coat, and here we go. I might do 3 coats on this one because I'm covering the blue. In the blue, I need to make sure that it looks even and uniform all the way across. Now, when I spray in the paint booth, I really prefer, and I love to use automotive paint and use an actual sprayer. But in this predicament, we're going from the can. And it was easy this way because we happen to have some that were the correct color straight out of the can. Really thin, really far away right now. Definitely gonna need multiple coats on this one. Okay, let me rotate this sucker. Now, you might see something that looks a little funny here. When I peeled off the stencil, this is the first stencil, the one I actually showed you, we put on. We peeled it off, we ripped off a little area. So I actually got some clear packing tape and cut and matched it to the other side. So it's going to look perfect when it's done. It may look goofy now, but look at there. Now, see, this actually went on really well. But whatever doesn't, what I like to do is I get a lighter or a heat gun or something, where if it ever curls up, just kind of heat it and slap it down. You know, but this actually went on pretty well. I was actually kind of hoping it was not going to go on well, so I could show you what I'm talking about. But maybe that'll be another video. Just want to make sure it's not lifted up anywhere. And we're good. If it's lifted up anywhere, you're going to see it. It's going to go underneath the layer there, and it's going to look bad. So let's put a thin coat here. Now these stencils came from GameStencils.com, and for the most part, they're actually very accurate. There are some that aren't right, but if you want to make a stencil yourself, go ahead, which I've done.
Mad Planets.
Mad Planets, yeah, we made our own Mad Planets. Because that's the one and only complaint I have about GameStencils.com. It's something only that, only I might have noticed. It was a little off in a few little small areas. Probably could have just let it go, but I wanted it right. I wanted it exactly right. So honestly, GameStencils.com is a good place to go. Get your stencils from there. Definitely going to need multiple coats. We're having a lot of issues covering. Okay, let's let that sit and dry for a little bit. And and as always, try to keep with the same make of paint all the way through your process. Every coat underneath that paint should be the same brand, because you may have reactions that you don't. I kind of zoomed in a little bit so we can kind of see. I want this color. See that? I want that to be uniform. But right now I did a really thin coat and it's kind of see-through, and I can't cake it on, especially because of the temperature outside, because it's already showing some slight signs of orange peel. I do have a trick for this, and I'll show you guys in a minute. But yeah, I want it to be this color, not this color, so we're going to do multiple coats. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and do another thin coat. Semi-thin. I left the door open this time because I have a little more light this way. Definitely gonna need 3 coats. Okay, let me rotate this guy. Got a little bit of shine. I came back to it now. I did put it on really thin the first coat. Okay. I'm fighting the wind now. It's probably not a good thing, but I can see a little better, so it's kind of a trade-off. Well, that's a little better. I'm running low on paint now, so hopefully I can scrounge up another can that's the same color, or I might have to go get it. But there's the second coat. Okay, I closed the garage door, and I turned the light on in the camera, and I'm going to do the third and final coat on this. I'm kind of in the dark. It may look good on camera, but I'm kind of in the dark. I hate that, but let's do it. It's been about, I don't know, 15 minutes. I'm kind of laying this on thicker than I wanted to, but I have to. Sometimes you just have to lay it on thick to cover. I'm running out of paint too. I did find another can that's mostly empty. we'll get there. Here a little bit, I see kind of a thin spot down here. Running low. Okay. That can's just about empty. I have another can that's just about empty, so we're pushing the line here. Just so happens it's probably the worst one, worst side. Oh, whatever. The guy that's gonna get it, he's gonna love it. The guy that owns it. Now, I could have made this can cover more, but I wanted to be kind of far away on this. The closer you are, the more faster you're going to cover, but it's risky. But you got to lay just enough on so it smooths out, because if you go too thin, it'll be sandy. It'll kind of a sandy finish. And I am out. Let's go see what's left in the other can. I'm doing it, but I don't suggest using the last bit of the can. Because it kind of spits out solids sometimes. Sometimes it'll spit out chunks, but I don't want to go to the store again. I think we got it. Let's wait for that to dry. You know, it's funny. I'm looking at it on the camera, and it looks perfect. Looking at it in real life, it's good enough. When I peel off this stencil, you're going to see the contrast, and you're not going to be able to notice if it's not totally perfect. You got to get it 99% though. But you know, okay. Let me wheel this thing inside, and I'm going to let it dry. I was going to show you guys a trick on how to get rid of orange peel, but the orange peel is pretty much gone. But this is what I was going to tell you to do: get a heat gun or a hair dryer, and make sure it's tacky first. Don't spray it while it's wet, because you'll catch all kinds of dust particles. But get your heat gun or your hair dryer and just kind of wave it across it, and you'll watch the orange peel flatten out. You know. But okay, let me bring it inside. Let it sit for about 15-20 minutes in front of the fan, and I'm going to peel off the stencil. Okay, let's peel off this stencil now. It's been sitting for about, I don't know, 10 minutes each way in the fan, pointed in each direction. Like I said before, I kind of just like to get the outer stuff off first. And, okay, I have a nice clean finger here. And if you touch some of the vinyl here, and if nothing comes off with it, it's a little tacky, but if nothing's coming off with it, then you should be good to go. If something comes off with it on your finger, when you peel that stencil off, you're going to get all kind of like slimy. It's kind of going to be strings of paint, and it'll drop on your paint. And you don't want that. But this off. I see some spots that lifted. I hope I didn't. If not, I'll have to touch it up. We'll see. Okay. Watch me in case I spill something. I don't want it to get on the wet paint. All the time in the world. You know what? Hold on. You can have that. I'll take this. Ooh, whoa, that luck right there. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen.
I know, I took my eyes off.
You're good. At least the paint's dry enough for it to not to stick to the other paint. Okay. Get static. Keep getting hit with the static every time I touch the game. Looking good, man. Looking good.
Oh, jeez.
Static, right?
What?
What is going on, man?
Is it the paint?
I think
The
it's
silver paint?
You know, you're so smart. That's what I was thinking too.
I don't like it.
Maybe there's a very slight metal flake
I don't like it.
in this paint. I think it's actually conducting electricity a little bit.
Very surprising.
It's nice and cold and dry outside, so static is kind of taking over. Looking good. Okay. Okay, so let me zoom in. Here I got a X-Acto knife here. I'm just gonna kind of try to pick it up without scratching anything underneath it. I'm sticking it in and I'm pulling up. And it looks like I already scratched something. That's what touch-up's gonna have to do. I'm getting it. Yeah. Yeah, looks like I got a little. I already scratched it. I'm gonna have to touch that up a little bit right there. Got 2 touch-ups now. Damn it. That's okay. We'll touch it up. Let's go down here. Let's go down here. Depending on your stencil, sometimes these can be a nightmare. Let's go down here. You can already see it. And there it is. Robotron cider.
I got nothing.
Okay guys, let me know if you want to see any other videos, and please subscribe and give me a thumbs up and whatever. Let me know if you whatever else you want to see. One more thing. This old game gives you stickers. So I can put this on, and I have never seen one totally straight, so I'm not worried about getting it off. Well, I'll stick this guy. Try to do it so you can see it in the camera here. Oh well, I'll just stick it on. always get them a little off. That right there is just some stuff I got in the top. I know it sounds funny, but I always like to get them a little off because none of them were ever straight. Horrible lighting. There's the sticker I put on. I gotta wipe off that red paint. But that's it. There, I turned the light off. A little bit better picture. If you guys want to see any more of this Robotron stuff, let me know. Leave a comment and see if you want to see what else I do to Robotron. Or I'll just skip over this and start with the next project.